Hey everybody, good to see you. It's Awesome Ashby, your personal team builder for the new you, Jumpstart You. We're on video 7. This is where we actually start taking action. So if you were curious during the first 6 videos, why have I not done anything yet? Except think. Thinking is very, very important. And I will ask you to start doing some stuff now. This video is about journaling, or not really journaling. I'm a vlogger more than I would be a journaler in life, but this is about writing down everything you eat. Ooh, does it feel weird? Does it feel annoying? I hope not. And if it does, we're going to need to work through that, because if it becomes part, because if it becomes part of your everyday life, it will set you up for success, and that's what we want. Does it feel weird to write everything down? I guess it used to. It used to. I'm a big fan of MyFitnessPal. So for me, since my phone is always on me, I'm sure, especially in today's world, your phone is always on you. I recommend finding an app that works for you. MyFitnessPal is free to use. They do have fancy prepaid subscriptions, but it is free to use. So I recommend FitnessPal, but you could use a journal. I've got some really cool stock footage that I'll show you now that is of people writing. Do you see? This is how you do it. So you take a pen and a paper. You could do a notebook. You could do a regular piece of paper. I prefer a notebook because you want to keep it together, but you want to write down everything you eat. Write it down after you eat it, write it down after each meal, write it down in the morning and at night, because it's easy to worry and overanalyze. And I think when you do write stuff down, you will get frustrated with yourself and still write down what you ate. Like, it's okay. Just write it down. It's going to be okay. I need you to be able to look back at it. And that is how we learn. And this is a form of accountability in a team building way. We can talk about, because team building is connected to everything, because it's really personal growth, and personal growth is really when we're putting work into ourselves. And this is definitely what I'm asking, is putting work into yourself, because you are perfect, because you are special, because you deserve it. Okay, so why writing down your food works, even if it feels weird? Because we forget. I talked about this before. We forget. We're like, I didn't remember I was supposed to pick up the kids from school. I didn't remember I promised a pizza party. I didn't remember da 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 da. And that happens a lot, and a lot in a lot of places in life. We are just here to talk about health in your food, but in general, people forget, and we don't want to forget in this instance specifically, because it helps us learn so that we can do better going forward. So I'm just going to ask you to write down what you ate every day for a week, right? And this is my phone. And I'm looking at my FitnessPal, and I can scroll back through it. And you want to set up a number of calories that you want to achieve every day. And I think that that's something that's personal for each of us. So if you want to Google online or find through some sort of health link where you can calculate how many calories you'd like to consume a day for your personal journey, just remember that, yes, calories are all the same, but the food is all different. How it affects your body is all different. So pick a number that works for you. I'll tell you what I picked. I have about my number for right now, because I'm trying to lose weight and continue to lose weight, is about 1,960 calories a day. And I'm about 5'10", and I can weigh anywhere from about 150 to 250. And that's a big, wide difference that I've gone back and forth over the years. Probably my happiest at about 175, 185. That's probably where I'm like the most comfortable feeling like myself. And I'm obviously the saddest the further up it gets. And I definitely am probably around 230 right now, around 2 or something like that. And I definitely need to drop that weight. And it is very upsetting and depressing. And I am here smiling. And I know that, because I know that this is a gift. Life is a gift. I don't take it for granted. And yet, this is something I struggle with in my life. So as I look back over my food for the last week, I can eat cottage cheese. So for being lactose intolerant, I thought it was really interesting that full fat cottage cheese does not upset my stomach. So I don't know if that works as true for you as well if you're lactose intolerant, because I can't drink regular milk and I can't eat regular ice cream. It does upset my stomach and makes me feel ill, but I can digest full fat cottage cheese, and that could be because it's not as processed as the other items. Sourdough is the only bread I consume, whether it's in an English muffin or bread, it's always sourdough. And I try to eat things that are very like from the planet, whether it's blueberries or chicken or lettuce or tuna fish or honey. And it's another really interesting fact that I learned recently because I always like to share food stuff. Um, Trader Joe's, if you're lucky enough to have a Trader Joe's by you, they do a chili crunch. It's very popular right now. It's like chili crunch in oil. But what people don't realize is the oil that it's in is normally really, really bad for you oil. And Trader Joe's chili crunch is an olive oil, which is one of the best oils for you. So if you are into the chili crunch, I recommend buying it from Trader Joe's. Everywhere else, from what I've seen, Amazon, internet, other grocery stores, it's just a cheap oil. You don't want it. Okay, so we've covered important things here because the important thing is for you to just write it down, and then you can look. I've been doing this for a long time, so it's different. Like, I know, like, for instance, yesterday was my party night because I had a week, right? And so my week looks really healthy, full of, like, tea. I really like Dandy Blend. I'll probably talk about that at some point. And I love my lattes and all of that. And I make this chocolate bar that's like half with chocolate chips, half with sugar-free chocolate, and then a bunch of nuts. So it's got like a lot of fiber in it in addition to being delicious. And that's kind of how you want to like rework your food as you get further along in this journey, because there's going to be some deal breakers, like I said in the last episode. And chocolate's a big deal breaker for me. But I only eat chocolate that's like candy bar chocolate, like once in a blue moon, once a month, twice a month, something like that, because I know how bad it is for me. So like last night I was feeling away and I had a Mr. Beast Feastable chocolate bar. It was so tiny. It was like they were on sale at 7-Eleven for $1. On sale at 7-Eleven for $1. And a Snickers. God, they're so tiny for being so naughty. They're so tiny. That's why they want you to buy more than one. But I didn't. I bought one Snickers, one Feastable, and a big Coke Slurpee, because that is like joy comes from my body when I have a large Coke Slurpee. I'm like, potty, 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 dance, 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 dance. And it was fantastic. But I also knew after I ate it, I was like, well, that wasn't good, So I didn't get sad about it, but it'll make it so I won't eat it again anytime soon. Anyways, I want you to write it down. I want you to remember that ultra-processed foods are always more calories and worse for you. Because a lot of the labeling, there's just not a lot of facts, not a lot of truth. I know the food companies do their best. I'm not trying to get their lawyers against me. But I just want you to be educated and know that that food is really the worst for you. And so the more you know, the further you can go. Write down everything you eat. Let's take a look at the action items for this video. Number one, I want you to find what works. Is it writing it down in a journal? Is it using MyFitnessPal? Is it using another app? Is it using a dry erase board on your, I don't care. Find a way that it works for you to write it all down, okay? Because that's the second the action I'm telling, write it down. Write down what you eat. You might be out there and overweight and wanting to lose weight and be like, I eat so healthy, Ashby. I just you don't even know how healthy I eat. And then you write it down all week and you look back and you're like, damn. So we don't know until we write it down. So I'm just asking for 1 week. I recommend you do it forever, but 1 week, and then look back and see where in the week you ate food that you would prefer not to have had. Okay? We're doing a little baby actions to the mountain. Yes, write it down, write it down, write it down, write it down, right. And the other thing is because it makes you accountable, you're less likely to do the thing that you know you shouldn't be doing because you're writing it down. Just like when you're on camera, like all the time, you're less likely to do the naughty thing that maybe you do, but you don't want the camera to see you do it. So, very easy. The action item for this video 7 is to just write it all down. I don't care where you write it. Find a place that works for you. Write it all down. I'm not asking you to eat more vegetables this week. I'm not asking any of that. I'm just asking you to write it all down and check it out. And I'm all for you commenting below this video and letting me know what you learned about yourself, because this is for you. I mean, it's for me too, but I'm going through this first series to sort of like remind myself all the work that I've done and put these videos into process. And then the next set of videos, I'll show you how I like keep moving the needle to a healthier version of myself. And then in the last series, we'll like push each other together. I don't know. It's a journey. I'm not going anywhere. So thank you so much. Write it down. Can't wait to hear about it. I'd be really curious to know what you learned from writing down everything that you ate just for 1 week. Okay? All right. Looking forward to next time. Take care of yourself. Love you lots.